Hello, how y'all doing? Hi, Sunny Side Up Gal. I hear that on March 23rd, your birthday coming up and you're going to be 35 years old. So I'm here to wish you happy birthday on behalf of your husband Mike, and hopefully this birthday will be one of the best you ever had, and next year will be an awesome year for you. And thank you for inspiring many to get healthy. Keep up the good work. So have a wonderful happy birthday on March 23rd, and take care of yourself and stay healthy and keep up the good work with Sunny Side Up Gal. And take care and keep making everybody healthy. Thank you for all you do.
Good morrow, everybody. My name is Robin. My name is Robin, also known as Sunny Side Up Gal, and you are my Sunny Side Up Pal. Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my Chanel. And welcome to my wonderful husband guest.
Welcome to me.
Welcome.
How is everyone doing today?
Welcome, everybody. Today is my birthday. Couldn't already tell from my Dr. Now cameo that my wonderful husband, was so generous to gift me. Isn't that so sweet?
I figured it was money well spent.
I thought it was super sweet, and I felt very, very loved and thought of.
It's very quick too.
Yeah.
I did it, and then a day later, I wonder if he was doing it in between big gals. He was like, I gotta get Sunnyside egg up.
He probably saw my name and was like, holy shit, I love her channel. Let me do her cameo first today.
I wonder if he's watched one of them.
No, I doubt it.
Oh, yeah, you never know. I mean, I mentioned the channel.
Yeah. What if he's one of my followers?
Yeah.
But he has like a girl picture.
That'd be perfect. Dr. Now's not really that fit himself.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of people's problem with him.
It's like, I don't know how much overweight he is because you always see him with the lab coat on.
Yeah, but he's super short. A no-go for the BMI.
But maybe the lab coat makes him look big.
Yeah, what
actually,
if?
All right.
What if he takes the lab coat off and he's just like a Skeletor, but the lab coat is just like padded or something?
I don't know.
That's funny.
Fun.
Like a cartoon. Anyway, so today's episode, we are going to jump right back into that Jillian Michaels Jubilee episode. Clearly, you know that I have to do some stupid ass editing and audio fixing for it. But I wanted my husband to join me because there is a particular gal that I wanted to show him that I think that he will have some very interesting and funny opinions about. Sorry.
She rubs me the wrong way, by the way.
Jillian Michael does.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
There's like a documentary on her that we watched, isn't there?
The Biggest Loser.
Where she was like a bitch.
She is a bitch.
Or she was like a bitch to all those people.
Yeah, that was her. That was her on The Biggest Loser. She was like a super cooter to all of these fat people.
And I watched some of her shows prior, and she gives off this kind of fake vibe to me, where she's like fake friendly, but like deep down she's just mean.
So she rubs you the wrong way because she is a giant bitch, right?
She just I mean, I want to be married to her.
Well.
Yeah. Is she gay?
Yes.
Oh, she is.
And she's a mommy.
Oh.
Mamacita.
Maybe being marriage was a bad reference. I just wouldn't want to be in a conversation.
You wouldn't want to be in the same room as her.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either because she's a fucking shark. I don't even know how anybody thought that they could ever be like brave enough to argue with her. So you know what this is, right? The Jubilee surrounds.
Yeah, I've seen like the Ben Shapiro and all those. Yeah.
So basically they have one person who has to argue or something with a group of 20 people around them. I think we watched the Jordan Peterson one too.
Yeah, it was like 50 atheists against
a Catholic.
Christian. Yeah, which they had to change because Jordan Peterson's not part of any religion.
He's not. But he does believe in Jesus and God.
They had to change the title because people were like, why are you saying 50 atheists against a Christian when he's not even a Christian?
He's not a Christian?
No.
He's not a Christian?
She's not a Christian!
No, he just writes books about it.
That's so interesting. I thought he was a Christian.
No, he's never claimed. He's like, no, I'm not a specific religion. I just write books about it.
And he believes in God.
No, I don't think he does.
I think he does.
I don't know.
I think he does.
But they had to change it because people were complaining.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'll need to fact check that and look that up.
No, just believe.
Just believe it. Okay, we'll do. That's the faith
That's
coming
the
out.
way to do it.
This is the way, the truth, and the light.
Yeah.
So basically, so Jillian Michaels in this episode, she is a dietitian or whatever, surrounded by the body positivity movement. So she's surrounded by fat people. Well, some of them aren't fat. And I've covered one episode already. I'll post it up here. If you haven't already watched it, go and watch it. It's crazy. So in these surround episodes, they have like different claims or arguments that they will go over. So last episode, I think the claim was obesity is dangerous and saying otherwise is harmful. This claim for this particular episode is the body positivity movement oversimplifies schmishmorter schmeeding and trauma. Any thoughts about that? The body positivity movement oversimplifies schmishmortered schmeeding and trauma. Recorded beating and trauma.
Body positivity movement
Oversimplifies.
Oversimplifies. I'm curious if so I don't know, I guess what they're trying to say is just the overall acceptance of
Well, I
it
think
is,
so.
is basically putting aside all the intricacies of
I
it.
think, yes. I think what they're saying is that a lot of people in the body positivity movement are saying that like any type of diet or any type of restriction or any type of like of calculation or tracking, like, or even just like even paying attention to what you eat and deciding to choose better options. So like, I'm not gonna eat chips, I'll have some pickles instead. Like something like that is considered like the body positivity movement likes to say that that's considered like recorded beating, right?
Yeah.
But recorded beating recorders, that type of stuff. I know it's so stupid that we have to do that.
For a second there, I was like, what is she talking about?
It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb. But
Yeah.
E followed by the letter D, those are so complex, and they are like, it's not just something that anybody can get. It's a mental disorder.
Well, it's
right?
easy.
It's not just something that anybody can be like, you know what? I think today I'm going to be pandasrexic. Today I'm going to just not eat and then just say that I'm this mental disorder. And that's not the case. Like they oversimplify it that way and just think that any Joe Schmo can get this thing. I'm not trying to like gatekeep or whatever. It's not like that, but it's literally a brain dysfunction, basically like a mental disorder. Something has to happen to you for you to get this. I know everybody's got trauma, but like, it's not just a choice. And I think that the body positivity movement, that's what they're saying.
I think it's a mindset, and I don't know if this is like, I don't know if I'm deviating a little bit here, but the mindset to me is like this. It reminds me a lot of like, if you're going for a run and you don't want to go for a run and you tell your coach, that you don't want to go for a run, it's too hard. And the coach basically says, you don't have to go for a run if like something's wrong, but like if nothing's wrong, let's go for the run.
Mm-hmm.
And then that person that's like these people, the fat acceptance people, would be like, well, my ankle hurts.
Yeah.
I think my ankle
there is something
actually
wrong.
I think something is actually wrong.
Yeah. I think you're getting something. Yeah.
And it's not.
So like
but what they did was they were like, oh, so if something is bad, I don't have to go for a run.
Right. And the run is like eat healthy.
Yeah.
So like
So
they're like, you don't have to eat healthy if something is wrong with you that's making you, or you don't have to be in a thinner body if something's wrong with you.
You could be fat if
there's something wrong.
Yeah. But that's their thing. It's like they use the same mindset.
They collect disorders and dysfunctions like Pokemon cards.
Yeah, the person saw their way out of a bad situation and they were like, you know what? I'm just going to accept this narrative that is fake.
Yeah.
To most people. Not all.
Yeah.
I'm sure. But
just because you've experienced trauma does not cause obesity. Right. Trauma doesn't have calories.
Yeah.
You know, that's the argument for a lot of it. Is like, I have trauma. I can't do this. If I restrict my food, I've been fat my entire life, but if I decide to not eat fucking chips, then I'm going to go crazy and I'll be pandasrexic, even though like That's not how it works.
Well,
It doesn't just happen like that.
It's just interesting. They heard some big girl or big person.
Tess Holiday.
They heard someone get away with being fat, and they were like, I also want to be a fellow fat person and not have any accountability whatsoever. So I'm going to, parrot that exact same narrative, and then eventually you parrot something so much you start actually believing.
Right. That's like Cartman.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Jillian Michaels is going to kind of discuss. Okay, we've got the TV, you guys. I didn't have time to change it to the Shrek TV. It's still in the works.
Grounded claim is.
Oh, I do have to speed it up a little bit.
I brought you down to your knees. Let me know if this bothers you, okay?
I have to speed it up.
Oh.
That the body positivity movement oversimplifies disorder.
For the copyright.
Oh.
That was a little too fast, though.
Oh, that's fine.
My next surrounded claim is that the body positivity movement
Oversimplifies disorder, eating, and trauma.
All right, whoever wants to be the next debater.
Who does he look like? I don't know if you watched my last episode.
Whoever wants to be the.
Doesn't he look like Justin Trudeau?
Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Kind of.
Next debater.
Get to the chair in 3, 2,
A little bit.
Okay, so again, the body positivity movement oversimplifies disordered eating and trauma. Let's see who makes it to the chair. Oh.
I'm not going to assume, but I imagine you have some sort of maybe personal experience with eating disorders or disordered eating.
Definitely as a kid, would overeat. I wouldn't say binge eating disorder, but I would compulsively overeat. I would eat, have a connection with my father. I would eat to feel a sense of comfort. I would eat to feel a sense of control, without question.
And did you feel shame and then go to therapy to work on that? Or did you just oversimplify it and then kind of...
I didn't know until I was 13, 14, and 15. So I didn't have the bandwidth to process what was actually going on. I was in therapy for other things that were going on in my household, and I definitely was helped.
I'm glad that you were able to, go to therapy. That's not something that everyone is able to go to. It's a luxury and a privilege for a lot of people, especially in the United States.
Tell me.
Maybe I'm wrong, but the whole idea is like it's a privilege. You're like, yeah, it is a privilege, but like so much counseling and like BetterHelp and stuff that like there's really no excuse why you can't get therapy. But
that's still not free.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People always try to make it. I don't know. It's not about this. That's just my personal beliefs.
Yeah. It's not as difficult as it seems. I think it's what you're trying to get.
Yeah, but I could be wrong. I'm sure if you leave this in, people in the comments will let me know.
Do you want me to leave it in?
I don't care.
I have dealt with it since I was 7. That's when it was first realized. It wasn't diagnosed at 7, but it was realized at that point. And my body fluctuated. I'm not going to use numbers because I think there are a lot of people that have this thing that use numbers as a metric. And so look at me and I'll say a metric and then it'll cause someone to have what I like to call a shift
In where they are now to where they're going to be down like a rabbit hole of
eating behaviors. And I think that trauma and
eating go hand in hand.
but they're not exclusive. There are people that don't necessarily have any trauma, but
Somehow have developed some sort of eating disorder.
My eating.
I'll have to talk to Alex about that because he's very, very educated on like beading recorders and stuff like that. From my understanding, that's a lot of beading recorders have to have like some kind of trauma or stress.
How was she allowed to say the word, but you can't?
I don't know.
Isn't that video on YouTube?
Yeah. I don't know why this doesn't get taken down and why I really don't know. But if I have to bleep out every time that she says that. Otherwise they're going to say that this is like dangerous. They can even take it down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dangerous thoughts.
Was something that I had from a really young age and then just worsened because of my physical perception around people. But it wasn't something that innately was trauma based. I am neurodivergent and it was never diagnosed until I was
Jillian I feel like she's so sick of like all of the neurodivergency
buzzwords.
Yeah, the buzzwords.
Almost 30. So, but that's not because
She's almost 30. What?
neurodivergent and it was never diagnosed until I was almost 30.
Diagnosed
So, but that's not because of trauma. That's just because of my neurodivergence. That's how my brain is connected. And so sometimes with neurodivergent people, they have eating rituals, eating routines that are rigid. And so that's where mine came from. So to say it's oversimplifying EDs, like body positivity is oversimplifying trauma. You're taking away the people that that use the body positivity moment to find someone who they can relate to, and so someone that they can connect with. That
Okay, so if you see her flag is already filled up, people are over this. They're over this argument. So the people around her can put up a flag if they're like, this isn't going anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she's barely even started. That's the one thing I hate about this thing is like it takes more than like 5 minutes for somebody to really get going on their argument, and by that time people are already putting the flag up. So it's like they didn't even get to really get to the meat of their argument.
Well, they invite too many people in, I think, as well. It's like, I'm sure there's some people in here that didn't get a chance at all to talk to her.
I don't know. But did you notice too? Where's the argument? It sounds like a bunch of trauma dumping first. Like well, this is me and this is what happened to me and I'm doing this and I XYZ. And it's like, no, just like, what's the claim? Do you believe the body positivity movement oversimplifies blankety blank and trauma? Well, yes or no?
That's the whole part about them, though. Is the whole part about them is it's all about them.
Yep.
I was gonna say although I'm sure there's some nuance in there with some people that what is it? You need to know their past story to understand
to kind of get the story. Yeah,
I get. Yeah. But like a lot of these people, they're all self-centered. I think personally.
Yeah.
Well,
I think so. I agree. I feel like a lot of people, especially if you're coming onto the Jubilee thing, mostly it's the gals who talk.
I'd troll, dude. I would go up there.
But a lot of it is, well, this is my story and this is blah. And it's like, and I feel like a lot of what pissed me off with my last episode was like both times that somebody, like a guest showed up, they almost got to the meat of their story and then they were booted off. Like, it's just annoying.
So these people all put flags up, or is it just
so
one
everybody
person?
around her can start putting a flag up, and I think when the
That'd
majority,
be so funny if you're in the middle of your argument and everyone puts a flag up, and you're like, "Oh, I am that shit." At explaining myself, that people are like, "All right, let's move on."
Well, and then it makes me wonder if it's like she's not getting anywhere. I want to tell my story. Like, that's what I think.
Yeah, are these all college kids?
No, there's like old people. Some of them are like old, theater, not theater. Sorry, some of them are therapists.
Oh yeah,
I'm all theater.
That doesn't have the same road that maybe the masses had, but has their same road. Yeah.
You've been voted up by the majority. Please return to your
Kind of shit, bitch.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is one too.
Hi. I'm Summer. How are you?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well,
I'm jealous.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are those real? I'm judging. I shouldn't judge, but goddamn, I'm jealous.
Okay, so the body positivity movement actually got me out of
my eating Moaning Myrtle over here. Got the glasses and everything.
Okay, Michael.
And if that's okay, I would like to tell you a little bit about it.
Absolutely.
So growing up, I wasn't ever fat. I just have I have large breasts. So I've got a condition basically. I know you're laughing.
I'm laughing because that would be my dream.
The guy in the back was like, "Yes." You see his head nod?
I have large breasts. So I've got a condition basically.
He just laughed. I thought he nodded his head.
Okay, so that's a condition. I was like, are they real? That's wild.
It's a condition?
Yeah.
I'm laughing because that would be my dream. That's the only reason I'm laughing. I was like, poor you. Summer. I'm sorry, go ahead. Not to try to invalidate how you feel.
That's okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I've got a condition called macromastia. It means that my breasts will just continuously keep growing. So I had to deal with this like my whole childhood.
Are you jealous? Just kidding.
I mean, fuck, that sounds horrible.
That sounds terrible. It sounds like a lot of back pain, so that's terrifying.
What, they continue to grow forever?
Let's listen.
And I got like picked on and bullied and stuff because I was 8 years old with like double D's. So that's actually okay.
She said she was what?
8 years old with double D's.
That'd be a fucking crazy family, dude. You're like,
dude, I started growing breasts when I was 8.
With double D's?
Not double D's, but I had B's.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder, is that like a...
It's a
This
hormonal
seems like a
thing.
cancer almost.
No,
It's
I
like
don't know. It's just fat cells
overproduce-
that are growing there, I guess.
that's
Overproducing I was gonna say breast milk. They're
Like no one's putting the red flag up there. They're like,
like,
oh, I want
I need to
know.
hear this.
Yeah.
The doctors, and they actually told me that I had to lose weight in order to get a reduction. At this point, I was actually a Scottish size 6, which is a UK size 2. So like on the bottoms, just obviously not on my top. So this actually drove me into an eating disorder. And I started to myself and try and make myself thinner so that my breasts would get smaller. And that never ever happened. Like they just
That's
continuously.
terrible.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be classified as like a trauma though? Like wouldn't that be classified as a trauma? Like she's
She
or
had to-
stress, like your body is fighting against you and like you feel like the only thing that you can do is starve it to like get there.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's legitimate, like, that sounds like a legitimate reason.
To have an eating
Yes. Well, eating shish mortar or whatever.
yeah, beating recorder. But I mean, there's never a
Wha-
justified reason, but like I can see how this is like how she qualifies. Like if we're gatekeeping.
It didn't start based off of, like, I love food or I hate food. It
Yeah.
started of, like, oh, I need to do
I
this
have
because
to
the doctor
do this
said I need.
or else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that
I
seems.
I do feel bad for her.
Yeah, I feel bad for her too. Or is that pretty privilege? Are you pretty privileging her?
Because it's obviously a condition, so they just kept getting bigger as I was getting smaller and smaller. And it wasn't until obviously the online platform
So it has a
made the
flag
body
up.
She's like, hello.
Do
positive
people ever get their
movement more
conversations
weight
done
to
if
me.
No.
people are
And then
putting
that
their
made-
flags
They
up?
really
never
helped me.
fucking do.
Made me start eating more. It made me start posting more online about my body, and I just think that your claim's a little bit silly.
Can I give you some examples?
Of
what I'm talking
course,
about?
please.
So, while intuitive eating is actually not intended for people with eating disorders, I cannot tell you how many people have misinterpreted that. And I've ended up dealing with it personally for quite some time now. So for
Okay, fact check. Intuitive eating was not originally designed as a standalone clinical treatment for eating disorders, but its principles are often incorporated into evidence-based care to help reduce rigid dieting and disordered beating patterns. It is typically used alongside medical and psychological treatment, not in isolation. I'm not a fan of intuitive eating, although I
What's
would
intuitive eating?
it's whenever you get hungry, eat.
Yeah. No.
No, that's very simplified, but basically it's like not tracking your food and just eating like as you get the hunger cues and understanding your hunger cues and being like, I'm actually hungry. I'm going to eat this. When I'm craving chocolate, I'm not going to restrict. I'm just going to have the chocolate and move on. That's how but I
Yeah.
feel like if I really, really gave into intuitive eating, anytime that I was like, ooh, mommy could use some Haribo gummies, mommy would get some Haribo gummies and be fat again. Fatter.
Yeah. Well, I also think that like then it's another thing. It's another excuse to eat what you want.
Yeah.
And to eat when you want.
Well, and that's an argument that people who are like, I eat intuitively because if I didn't, then I'd have a beating recorder. And it's like, well, that overeating and like overindulging to the point where you're like sick is also a beating recorder.
Yeah, you're like, I feel in the need of having a birthday cake right now.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Like,
that's
your birthday's-
nuts.
Your birthday's not for 6 months.
Yeah, intuitive eating. I mean, I get the whole concept behind it. It's like your body's telling you what it needs.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. But
But
the
some
thing is,
people's
like,
some people's
eating is a-
intuition can be broken.
Eating is a habit.
Yeah.
Several hundred years ago, we weren't eating 3 meals a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then not only that, we didn't have anywhere near the variety. Like people were eating
or
like
the amount
bread and
oil
and like oil and soup and shit. Like
Yeah.
there's people that still to this day in European countries that probably just eat bread and butter and maybe it's like a sardine on top. And like that's their breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, especially like when I'm not actively on a like weight loss like journey, I do. I mean, I would say that what I do is practice intuitive eating. Like I don't really have a rigid schedule of when I eat. I restrict carbohydrates because I'm ketogenic. But at that time, I'm not really like when I'm maintaining. I'm not weighing my food. I am eating when I'm hungry and I'm stopping when I'm full. But that took like training, you guys. Like if I was back to being 220 pounds and like deciding I'm just gonna eat intuitively, mommy would stay 220 pounds, probably even fatter, because I would eat like an asshole.
Yeah, I also just think that it's a habit like smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Which very much
Yeah,
like,
but you know what
when
is
you're
vi-
bored, you're like, I'm a snack.
Yeah. And then what do you do when you have something really salty?
Yeah. And
You're
then
like,
you
I
get
need a
more,
little sweet treat.
And you need more, and you
Yeah.
want more and more.
And then even getting a little sweet treat after every meal is a habit you can break.
Is snacking intuitive, or is it just
Boredom.
Boredom.
It's boredom.
Yeah.
Snacking's
So,
dumb.
I know, but-
Unless you're like a type 1 diabetic who's on insulin, or you're like a runner or somebody who's working out quite often, you shouldn't be snacking. And if you're snacking, that means that you failed on your last meal. Like if you're hungry again too early, you didn't eat enough protein or fat in your last meal.
Damn, she's throwing bombs over here.
She's throwing some shits.
Well, good for this little Scottish girl.
I know. I like her.
For example, things like avoid diets where mechanistic eating is actually recommended for people with many different types of eating disorders. And even the women who started intuitive eating suggested that, like, hey, this is a goal, not a treatment plan. But when you've got, random people online.
Yeah, I like that she said intuitive eating is the goal. It is not the treatment plan. So that's what I said earlier. Like it took me training to really be comfortable with like eating intuitively and like understanding my hunger cues. If I did that as like any type of treatment for like any of my old eating habits,
Yeah.
I would stay sick.
Yeah. Or just like fast.
Well, that's the thing is they don't think that fasting is healthy.
Yeah. Get rid of the intuitive eating and just.
Well, yeah, I just don't think that intuitive eating is a great treatment. It's not. It's something that you want to get training into. That's what Jillian just said.
Yeah. I mean, you've got fat stores for a reason. I mean, the whole point is.
The whole point for fat stores is so that you can fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, not to fast, but
no, you're right. Like the reason why we gain fat so quickly is because we were trained as like humans. We evolved to like fast because we were nomadic.
Well, it's compounding. So like your body holds on to more fat the more stressed you are.
Mm-hmm.
And the more fat you are, the more stressed you are, the more cortisol you have. So the more fat you retain.
Hormonally imbalanced.
Yeah, because your body's in this fight or flight of like, we need to save more fat because something bad's about to happen. And we're not going to have food for another whatever.
Yeah.
So like you have to trick your mind.
Yeah.
And to not trying to, because your body is literally meant to
gain fat,
survive. So, but they look at it as like, well, if it's meant to survive.
Yeah, if it's meant to gain fat, then I should be fat.
Yeah, then I should be fat. And you're like, well, no. Yeah. This is like a modern
disease.
Mindset.
Well, and obesity is a modern disease.
Yeah. Oh, back in the day, if you were obese, you were part of a circus.
Yeah, exactly. And that's their argument too, is they're like, obese people have always existed. And I'm like, yeah, in the fucking carnival.
Yeah. Yeah. You used to pay tickets to see them.
Yeah. Or they were like,
but even the ones in the carnival probably weren't obese by themselves. They had a disease.
Yeah.
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 So,
like a lot of bearded ladies were actually like women with PCOS.
Yeah, sadly. Isn't that fucked up? They look at you like, you're a freak. Back in the 1800s, and you're like, I can control this shit.
Yeah, like, I guess I can get paid for this, though.
Yeah.
Who are, hey, just listen to your feelings of fullness. Do that when you're anorexic. Your body no longer recognizes those satiety cues. It actually shuts it down. And it's, what is...
Yep, and then people with fringe beading, so like if they overeat, those type of people, they don't have satiety cues.
Yeah, and I have a hard time with that too. I mean, the satiety cue, satiation, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I can eat a high protein diet, and in like 2 hours I could be hungry again.
Yeah, your metabolism is much faster than me. Like sometimes we'll go out to eat, and then like 2 hours later he's like, I'm hungry again. I'm like, oh, I feel like I don't need to eat for like another day.
Yeah, I don't really have that. My body's just like, and burn it.
Well, I don't think that I think because you still have carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I did low carb.
But no, when you were doing like the steaks and eggs, you were full.
Something about eggs specifically that's like, I eat like 3 eggs and I'm like, I fucking hate eggs. Like, After like 3 eggs,
Yeah, you're like,
I'm like,
"Oh."
why am I doing this to myself? And they fill you up so much.
Yeah. I love eggs, but we have so much eggs that I haven't eaten eggs in a long time. I should make some eggs tomorrow.
I'm gonna do some raw eggs before we hit the gym.
Oh.
I'm not.
Listen to your hunger. Like you cannot do that if you have been eating disorder. You're feeding a deeper hunger. It's the fundamental ways in which things like intuitive eating have been misrepresented by the masses. And of course, I understand.
Oh shit.
Yeah, everybody's putting up their fucking flag, dude. I hate it.
Intended for, but if you think that the vast majority of these people posting on TikTok have read the freaking guidelines of mechanistic eating, I think we're both dreaming.
No, I get that, but I think they care so much about someone else's body in order to like try and argue against body positivity. Like that doesn't actually affect you as a person.
Totally right.
So I don't understand why you would feel the need to fight for people that are arguing for that.
What do you think?
I completely disagree.
Right. So why should we care about other people's bodies?
I get what she means by it in certain things. It's like, in like other aspects, you know, like why would you care if somebody's gay, or why would you care if somebody has this kind of car,
if it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you. But the thing is it's not the fact that whatever they're doing is bad for them. It's the fact that the fat acceptance movement is culturally influencing other people to also not give a shit about their diet.
It feels like a death cult. Like there are other people that watch these people and go, yeah, you're right. I'm okay being this fat. And sometimes those people are young people. And the younger you are and you start accepting a fat, extremely obese body, the harder it is for you to get healthy as an adult.
Well, the thing is then once it starts getting into the zeitgeist of society, then there starts to be laws that are made that start to
I would have never thought about that.
That
affect everybody.
You. And then scientists start saying, maybe I shouldn't be doing that science because that's offensive, or maybe. So you start to realize that, like, socially, it's not bad on a personal level. You could be as fat as you want and eat as much as you want. But once you start creating a movement
that can turn political or social. I would have never thought about that. Oh my gosh, like sometimes you amaze me because I've never would have thought of that.
Why?
My thing is my concern for other people's health. Like my actual concern for people like you are, that like this movement could possibly kill people. We've seen people die, but you've actually taken it a step further and being like, they're actually making moves. They can make laws change if they try their hardest. You know what I mean? And you're right. They actually did make it illegal.
You influence one person that being fat's okay. Eat what you want. Do intuitive eating.
And then it becomes a socially accepted thing.
That person gets into office.
Yeah.
Now that person's going to be like, now you can't call people fat. Now you have to call them. Slightly bigger, you know, you have to change the way that you talk to these people. And doctors aren't allowed to do this with you anymore. And doctors aren't allowed to tell you that you're fat anymore. Like, so yeah.
And then I was talking with Graphically Alex, and he was saying that like eventually if we continue to let fat acceptance win, eventually they might be able to take Ozempic or weight loss medications off the market. And like make them illegal.
If you let it win?
Like if we let fat acceptance, like if we gave up and we let fat acceptance continue and they got like even bigger and more like quote unquote powerful, and like maybe people got into office that were part of fat acceptance, yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Like it's a wet dream. It's never going to happen. But if like people are trying to get like Ozempic and stuff off the market.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy to me. Why they would do that?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, my problem with Ozempic and all that kind of stuff is, I mean, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to go on it to lose all the, I mean, because it wasn't specifically designed for it. I'm not sure though. Like, I think it's great if you're 500 pounds or something. Like, honestly, the risks don't outweigh.
Yeah, the benefits outweigh the risks.
Yeah, but like for you have thyroid issues.
Yeah, I could never do it. Yeah.
But the thing is like if it's not good for your thyroid for you, is it good for healthy people's thyroids?
We don't know yet because it hasn't been out for I mean, it's been out for a while, but not like enough, you know.
But look at how it's affecting people, because these people are on it and then they stop and then they just regain the weight back.
Well, that's the thing too is, and this is a tinfoil hat moment, but I think that they've created this drug And there's ways to make, I mean, if you can create a drug to make people lose weight, you can create a drug. You can create jugs. Sorry.
You're looking at tits.
You can create drugs that don't have that rebound effect. Like I maybe that is too far of like a tinfoil thing, but like I feel like there's a way to, if you've figured out a way, I don't know. I think I'm jumping to conclusions, but like I just feel like they did it, that they built this drug this way just so that they could have people on it forever.
Let's just be honest. People are overeating currently, and the fat acceptance is just getting bigger and bigger because everyone in the damn world's cortisol is spiked like a motherfucker because the world's burning.
Yeah.
The world is burning down right before our eyes, and we get to watch it on our phone as soon as we wake up.
Yeah.
Probably the first thing that you see when you go to piss on a toilet is somebody dying, missiles.
Nope.
You have...
and me and Angelica had this conversation. They purposely make it so that men's feeds are more violent.
Oh, well, I also just think that men in general...
I've also been searching for beheading videos.
Well, I mean, men in general like, but I was just...
But you're saying a lot of people are dealing with cortisol.
Yeah. People smoke. People are getting high. People are fucking abusing alcohol. They're overdosing on fentanyl. Not because, I mean...
Whatever.
People are trying to escape the reality of what the fuck we are living through right now.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
And not only that, to add on top of the world burning through our phones, then add on the economic stresses.
Yeah, gas jumped like $4.
Yeah, you know, all the economic stresses, and then you still got to move on with your life. I still got to get a career. I still got to buy a house. I still got to pay my car payment. And I still got, so you have all this shit that nobody 150 years ago had to worry about.
Yeah.
Besides the wars. I mean, they did them too. but I mean, like, just like modern day life is stressful as fuck.
Yeah.
And, I get why people are overeating. And then like, imagine not all that shit's going on. And let's say you're like not very attractive. And, you know, let's say you're not very attractive because you're a little bit bigger. Well, the likelihood of you just sitting on your ass and just eating yourself away in your little hole because like you don't really have anything. Like, and I do feel like a lot of people are in that situation now. It's like people go home, they don't have friends anymore. Making friends is hard as shit.
Oh yeah, super hard.
We don't really have real close. Like when you were in your 20s, you're always hanging out, having parties, but like you don't do that anymore. Like we're each other's friends,
right?
But like Facebook, you don't meet friends. You don't make friends on Facebook anymore. It used to be a place for friends, but you don't make new friends. You don't make friends on Instagram anymore. You're fighting with people all day. And yeah, so like, yeah, I get it. I get why this is so prevalent. It's like the world kind of
sucks right now. But also, what? I think I get that I understand too why people eat a lot, because I used to eat a lot, right? But my world, my own personal garden, my world got so much brighter when I started eating better.
Yes.
Because all that excess body fat does cause like hormonal imbalances and like the depression was crazy. You guys, I did not want to be here.
I was about to say something that maybe be controversial.
Say it.
I feel like the only people that have any sort of cognitive dissonance in the world right now that are completely okay with it, like the people that are happiest are the dumbest.
Oh yeah, ignorance is bliss.
And I feel like the people that are
the dumbest.
The people that are having a hard time with the world, those are the people that are the thinkers and the dwellers.
I know, but I think that's why I've kind of like stopped really posting like anything that's not. I mean, I think this is why I focused most of my life now on YouTube. Not my life, right? But like most of like my social media is like just YouTube now, because I can't really like. I don't really want to fuck with anybody on Instagram anymore.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I mean?
it got toxic for a couple of years. I mean, like several years ago, I was going nuts.
Yeah, Michael has been kicked off
Yeah.
of Instagram
And I
like
got-
4 times.
Yeah. And then like back then I'd get banned for a whole year, and then I'd be like, I'm starting another.
Yeah. Did you end up having to do the photo thing?
On the accounts, basically they make you submit a picture of your ID to
Okay.
verify you're a real person, because they're like, this person's saying a lot of crazy stuff.
So then how did you get it?
I didn't. I tried to submit photos.
But you have an Instagram now.
Huh?
But you do have an Instagram
Oh,
now.
that's a completely separate email address.
Oh,
and
that's how you got around it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got around
You
it.
just couldn't get your old account
and
back.
like with that.
My
they're
husband's
like,
a bully. He's
yeah.
a bully.
Yeah,
He's not a bully.
I was a little bit. But anyway, yeah, the lady's eating because it's hard.
Yeah, people are eating a lot because our cortisol is high, and that makes you more hungry also. All right, moving on.
Person to feel validated as a person.
I'm not arguing for the person I don't know. However, there are people that do want help, and I think that this can leave them feeling exceptionally confused. And there are many that I have tried to personally help that have experienced feeling misled, misguided by almost all of the intuitive eating principles, and they're not being educated on
You
the
could
facts.
also argue like the latter.
But there are a lot of people that actually want help, and I care that they get the most.
But I don't think
Yeah, I kind of see where she's going, as like the body positivity movement is blurring the lines and making things like more hard for people with actual schmishmortars getting help.
Yeah, because they look at themselves and you're like, you know what? I actually don't need to get help.
Yeah, I'm actually fine.
Yeah.
The body positivity movement is like just for obese people, just for people that are drastically need help.
Anorexia is not obesity.
So I was anorexic, and the body positivity movement helped me. Do you not think that the body positive movement helps them rather than shaming them? Because that's how they get in that place in the first place, with other people shaming them constantly.
I think anyone should be shamed. You're conflating two different issues. I don't think
But
that
I think
people...
in one, it's all one issue.
It's not though, sweetheart. You're telling me that you think I think shame is awesome. I
That
don't.
didn't
I
happen.
think that these tools or things like, oh, you know what? It's society, it's diet culture, it's this, it's that, it's bigotry. I'm like, no, dude, it's probably the fact that like somebody, God forbid, touched you when you were a kid.
I don't think that's appropriate or even right. No one touched me.
No, not you, dude. I'm not talking about you.
So she's saying that a lot of people, crazy trauma happens. That's why and then I honestly, I have seen that a lot. Like a lot of people getting extremely
using
obese
as
a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Coping mechanism is a thing. But you're an adult now and you have to like deal with that stuff. You know, she said that didn't happen to her, but when people are still, when something has happened to you when you're like 4 and you've eaten your entire life as a coping mechanism, by the time you're 35, I think it's okay for you to like, you know, obviously getting help is not easy for everybody, but like it's your responsibility. If you want to live, you know, you want to live, it's a survival thing. If you want to live, you need to like fucking fix it. And that may be heartless, but like you're grown up. You're grown up.
I mean, life's heartless. The only thing I hate about this kind of shit is she seemed pretty chill.
Yeah.
Then that guy behind her put a red flag up. Everyone started putting red flags up. She started to get nervous, and then you notice that her vibes changed a bit.
Who's she?
Moni Myrtle.
Okay.
Yeah. She's going in a little bit harder now.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
This isn't to me, an organic conversation.
No, it's pressured now.
Because now it's like, hey, you got to amp up the vitriol. You gotta.
Yeah.
Start,
well, honestly, I do think. I mean, let's be honest. The statement that Jillian said, would I say that was inappropriate? Yeah, probably.
Yes, but she needs to.
But
clarify.
it's also But it is also she needs to clarify.
Yeah,
right.
but as soon as she said that, she's like, "Well, I didn't." And you're like, "Well, I kind of knew what you meant, though."
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Like, I know what you mean. Something terrible happened, basically. Yeah. Jillian could have said that. Something terrible could have happened, but she said
she's clarifying right now.
So I completely get that. And
I'm not
you
talking
also
about you
keep mentioning
personally.
like parents. I have 2 very loving parents. My parents never made me feel shamed about my body. It was like TV shows like The Biggest Losers. In the UK, we've got Super Size versus Super Skinny. Like it was all of these TV shows that made it wasn't my parents.
I'm going to suggest that I don't think you would be vulnerable to TV shows.
Why?
If there wasn't a primary injury. Because who cares, buddy? Do you know how much stuff like goes after me personally or after?
Ooh, that's what it's called, primary injury. You wouldn't be so susceptible to like the pressures of TV shows if there wasn't some kind of trauma in the beginning.
after people of color or after gay people or after like
You have to remember, I'm quite young. So when these came out, I was very young, very impressionable. And I have like adults telling me that my body, because my BMI is higher, I have adults telling me that my body is like, you have to lose weight to fit in with when you're
when that
impressionable. And
happens-
for you to be arguing against like body positivity, like I hope you don't have a daughter, because my little sister, like, needs the body positivity movement. I think people need the body positivity movement.
Yes, queen.
Without it, everyone's just going to be looking at other people, judging other people. Like, I'm sure
you think the body positivity
That's natural
What?
judging.
Yeah.
You're supposed to judge other people. I mean, maybe not supposed to say
Yeah.
what your mind thinks,
Mm-hmm.
but the judgment comes from an authentic place. It comes from a,
Like your lizard brain.
I'm not gonna go into the woods with that person.
Yeah.
It comes from
Your lizard
you-
brain.
yeah, your
Yeah.
lizard brain. So like the idea that like judgment, I mean, although yes, and like verbally you don't want to
No.
judge someone, but you judge people automatically in your brain.
Yeah.
And it's very primal.
Yeah, ancestral. It's something that happens. We are animals first,
Yes.
by the way. So
Yeah.
like we do use our eyes to like see if somebody, and they like to say like you can't judge somebody's health by like how they look, but like yes, you can. I think. I mean, not always, but if somebody's morbidly obese, I'm going to be like, I probably don't want to hang out with
In
them.
most cases, yes. Yeah. The hard part is the mental.
Yeah.
Because that can be hidden.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That can be hidden. She's like, I hope you don't have a daughter. And you're like, well, I mean, really.
Well, you have to think about this. Jillian's kids, and some people may disagree, but her kid, the way that
Are they fat? That'd
Jillian,
be so funny.
no, what I'm saying is like with the obesity the obesity epidemic has hit the United States like crazy. 75% of Americans are overweight or obese. I think it's
Yeah.
like 43 are obese, 43%, which is almost half,
Yeah.
right? So Jillian, she's this amazing dietitian, whatever. I don't know what the fuck, a fitness trainer. Her kids are probably never going to be obese. They're
No.
never going to die from obesity.
No.
Now, people may argue like her kids will probably have schmeating recorders, but it's like that. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like something has to happen like what she said, a primary injury that leads to it. That's my understanding of it. If I'm wrong, let me know. But like my understanding is like it's a mental disorder. Usually something causes like a trauma or like a stress, and then you get the beading recorder.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know
Well,
that
you've never-
it starts in the brain.
Yeah.
It starts something's affected.
Like something damaged you.
Yeah, and I don't even know if you consider it damage more than to just say it maybe opened up a certain section of your brain.
That's
more-
very interesting to think about it.
That's more into like trying to cope with a certain thing.
Yeah, like opened another door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damage I think is a bad term when you're talking about like that kind of stuff. Just
yeah,
because
well,
like
like-
it does physically damage your brain, but it's also like
It makes me think
it
instead
doesn't
of like
mean it's
damage.
irreversible.
Right. No, but instead of like damage, it makes me think like, because you know how like when you learn stuff, they say like you're getting a new fold in your brain, right? It makes me think that
Yeah.
you're just getting like another extra fold in your brain, and like that the way that happens is like you're dealing with some kind of trauma with like food.
Yeah, I just know you just need. Yeah, I don't know. I've done EMDR. I know that reprogramming exists.
Yeah.
you can modify thoughts and memories.
I've never done EMDR. Patty said that Patty's our therapist, and she wanted to do EMDR with me, and I was like, okay, and then I never went back.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just felt like I was like, it's not necessary, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't
It's
need it at the
interesting.
time.
I thought I could do a whole podcast just on that experience alone. Be like, how interesting that I could describe what went on in my brain and like how I do believe that it's very effective for certain memories. But the thing is that doesn't mean it's going to be effective for everyone. But my thing is like, I don't like when people are like, your brain's damaged. And you're like, well, I mean, it can't. In most cases,
it technically they say it technically is damaged. That's why it causes like chemical imbalances and stuff.
Yeah, but it can be repaired.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
not
I mean,
100%,
mended.
I guess, but
mended.
yeah,
you know, not. It'll be like Tintsugi.
Yeah.
Like where they have like gold fixing it.
Yeah, but that's the kind of mindset you need. You're like, I can maybe fix this because like the last thing. I mean, that sounds like this girl's like, you need the body positivity movement or
you're going to be a skeleton, basically.
Yeah.
That's the argument. Is like
Yeah.
they think that everybody who's not part of the like they think that if you are
if you don't have this,
if you don't have this, you're going to have pandysrexia. And that's like the worst thing. I mean, it's terrible. It is a terrible thing, but it's not the most common beating recorder.
But really what that is just projection.
Yeah,
because she needs it.
She needs pandysrexia?
No, she needs the body positivity. And
My bad.
I know, yeah.
She needs the body positivity.
Yeah, I hope you don't have a daughter.
The crazy
She's like,
thing is,
well, don't project to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like you need it for your situation.
Well, the crazy thing is that this gal is actually the perfect contestant or contender or whatever for the body positive movement. The fat acceptance movement stole the body positivity movement and made it this fucking disgusting weird thing, right? But this gal, she just has big jugs. And she felt insecure about it.
And she's nice.
And she's nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep watching because there's one more person I wanted to show you.
The video movement is stopping people from being assholes? No, that's not what I said.
I think you're not right about that.
No, that's not what I said.
So I said you think it stops people from judging other people.
Yeah, well,
no shot that's going to happen.
They're not judging people on their size or what they're
Of course they are.
They're not.
Okay,
Yes,
pause.
they are.
You've been voted out.
The body positivity movement is fundamentally disempowering.
Oh, she's got that shit.
Lovely to meet you. So you said something about being inherently.
What's up with the neck?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a thing.
She looks swollen.
It does look swollen. I don't know if it's a thing with her, if this is a condition, or if she's literally just like, this is a choker. I'm going to wear it like a choker. But
okay. All right, let's see how this goes.
I didn't see any of the clips from her. I just saw the neck and I was like, I need to cover this neck, right?
Inherently disempowering because you don't believe you can make changes, right? Am I said something about being inherently disempowering because you don't believe you can make changes?
Dude, I feel bad, bro.
Why?
Because like her face seems so small for her eyes. And it reminded me of like a Gushers commercial.
It's gonna drive you
Michael!
Is that the Gushers where they like eat it and they turn the lemons
they turn
and
the
shit?
fruit, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a condition or not. Oh, it's shrunken too, so you can't really see. Like, I don't know if it's a condition or not.
All right. Well,
Am I
no. Okay. What can we take responsibility for, and how can we take action?
Sure. So, are you familiar? You brought up a quote of your own. Are you familiar with the quote to those accustomed to privilege? Equality can feel like oppression. Do you understand how weight is interactive and intersectional with all these other identities? When somebody is a fat person, it intersects with other aspects of the world that have marginalized them.
Give me examples.
Example of a person, or
no.
Dude.
I hate that laugh.
Yeah.
Because you could tell it's patronizing.
Well, and also she's thinking of she's trying to buy some time.
She's like, oh,
yeah.
You really? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I guess.
How are you feeling? In ways you feel marginalized. And who are you speaking for?
Anyone.
See,
yeah.
That's like, dude, and I said this in my last episode too. It's like, why aren't you fucking ready? Jillian is a shark. You need to, if you're gonna make claims like these people are marginalized, Jillian is gonna be like, how are you marginalized? How are you oppressed? How are you XYZ?
Oh,
What
yeah.
did you try?
She speaks for all of them.
Yeah, she speaks for the trees.
Yeah.
She speaks for the fatties.
Let's hear.
I don't think it's about a specific person. I think when you say that it is important to take responsibility for what you can change, you have
people already put the flag up. You see how the flag's up now?
Yeah.
They're like, this bitch doesn't know how to fucking argue.
seem to have acknowledged that at the beginning, at that first stage of acceptance or of understanding, that you are trying to acknowledge that you can't hate yourself into a version of yourself that you can love.
No, but what I do think, hear me out. I do think that when you are feeling pain or shame, it is a signal to explore. I do
Absolutely.
think that.
Yes.
And I appreciate that you're coming.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think all these bad things have value of some sort, whether you don't agree with it or not.
Yeah. Shame.
Bullying. I know one of the people on one of your comments.
They're like, I can't believe that you said bullying is okay. We're not saying that bullying to like ruin somebody's life is okay. We're saying like calling out bad behavior, which the fat acceptance community has said is bullying.
What I'm saying is good things do come out of bullying. Maybe not bad things too. But like, what I'm saying is like some people get bullied and they end up being a fucking crazy version of themselves 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
Because they got bullied. I'm not saying that that's...
It's not...
It's good. I'm just saying that like there is value to certain people with that kind of stuff.
Right. Some people run on doubt. Some people run on doubt.
Yeah,
some people
shame,
run on
doubt.
Some people run on shame. Some people need a kick in their ass to get to like move forward.
Yeah, maybe insults.
But if you let's take for example somebody's finding shame when they go to the doctor's office, because every doctor they've said is like, you need to lose weight, and they're shaming that. That's what I'm thinking about when Jillian is like, maybe you should look into that. Like, maybe you should explore that. If you're being told that you're overweight, you don't believe it, and multiple people are telling you that you're fat, explore it. Let's explore. Let's see what we should do.
Those necklaces are holding on.
Dude, I know. And and again, honestly, I feel like, baby girl, your thyroid.
Yeah, it might be a medical thing.
That's what I'm wondering too. But I'm like, that looks like a goiter or something like that. Like, baby,
Holy foundation as well.
Dude, that's like highlighter.
Homegirl
like,
dipped her face in a fucking offensive. It depends. She was looking at thoughts that it was just filled with foundation.
Oh my God. Into a pencil with foundation.
Coming at this from a place that involves the mental health as well, it sounds like you would be
God, do you see? I hate when their faces are like that, when they're just like, does that make sense, you guys? I don't know.
Yeah,
like, it's
well,
very
if someone were to talk to
arrogant,
you-
very, what's patronizing?
Yeah, if someone were to talk to you like that in real life,
I immediately shut my ears shut.
Yeah, you're like, why are you acting like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a way to disagree.
I feel like when you and I argue, even like play argue, we do that. And we're like, and it's just to
That's more
piss each other
playful.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and but the thing is we do it because we know we want to piss
the other
each other
person off.
You're
Yeah.
like, okay, Robin. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're absolutely right.
And
He
you're like,
loves to hear that.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
People don't act that way because they're like trying to be a
People
nice.
act like this because they're trying to piss the other person off.
therapy and pro understanding where these roots come from.
Yes.
But again, you can't.
You're silly. You silly girl with your silly thoughts.
Go into changing yourself from the expectation that that will make you feel better about anything. And I don't make changes about ourselves reflect more self-love necessarily. They can, I think, if you choose to take, if you are choosing to take care of yourself, that comes from something within you. That body positivity movement to me is not inherently about, it's not about taking, diet culture and just saying that is the root of all evil. It amplifies the ways that we have been harmed and feel shame inside. It is a harmful thing that actively causes pain.
Talk to me about what you'd like to see change.
Diet culture eradicated.
It's not going to, though, buddy. And here's the thing.
Okay.
Hear me. It's just not. This is the world we live in.
How are you gonna get rid of diet culture, dude? What? Diet culture eradicated is weird to me.
I mean, every person that has so far talked is just literally.
They're on a soapbox and they're not making any argument claims.
Well, I mean, they're making. I mean that Moaning Myrtle girl made a pretty good argument. I feel bad I called her that.
No,
but
I mean that's how we're identifying her, and we're identifying her as.
And I made a couple Harry Potter references in this episode. Yeah, it all just seems like what they're really talking about is that they have an allergy to shame,
uncomfortability. Discomfort, uncomfortability. I'm a dumbass.
I mean, like shame. Some people embrace shame. It's like cringe content is a thing for a reason.
Yeah.
Because like they think that shame's funny.
Yeah.
Which I do. I think shame's kind of hilarious in certain situations. Like the idea that people don't feel shame is funny.
Yeah. I can't watch it. I can't watch shame or cringe culture or anything like that.
But this seems like people that take a lot of things to heart, and they are coming up with a social system that pressures normal people into not shaming them anymore. Not making them feel
No, they're
bad.
trying to get they're trying to like remove shame from the world.
Stop them from shaming me. So the only way to do that is to form a group together and then try to shame them back into not shaming me or some shit. So
they're trying to create this. The body positivity is just an echo chamber to protect themselves from shame.
Yeah.
Good
for them.
Good for them.
It's not working, but good for them.
So you think that's acceptable? We also live in a world of racism and homophobia.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But all the more to my point, right? So think of it as follows. I would say there are probably millions of people that hate me. I get death threats all the time. Me too. I thought, what I'm telling you is that I don't define my worth on the ways in which external.
Absolutely. No, fully agree with you.
Because I can't change that. I can't change how I respond to it. I can't change how I feel about it. But you are trying to change the world because something
I think the world needs to be changed.
And it does, but we can't rely on that for your feeling of well-being.
You're right, but we shouldn't rely on validation that we are thin enough either.
Who's relying on that?
Plenty of people.
Do you realize 74% of the country is overweight or obese?
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get in.
Oh, shit. Look at her face. She's like, what?
Fucking meat cannon cartoon character. It's like,
but no, she did like fucking mic drop, Jillian, because like this gal thinks that plenty of people are living in these beautiful skinny bodies and they value being skinny, and it's like, nope, most of the planet is fucking fat.
yeah, and a lot of the skinny people are just skinny. They're like, that's like they're there's there's some people that just stay skinny forever.
Right. Some people
they don't even think
some
about
people,
this shit.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's you. Like
I could gain weight. I can see it now.
You're gaining weight now, but I remember when we were younger, you never thought about calories or you never thought about carbs.
Yeah,
it's
now
not
I don't
fair.
Eat ranch.
Yeah, now we can't have ranch.
Yeah. An American refraining from ranch.
Yeah, it seems disgusting.
What the hell?
At least you can still have mayonnaise. That's another thing and ketchup.
All right, pause. You've been voted out by the majority.
See, isn't this fucking dumb? Like, I kind of hate this I hate the flags. Like, get rid of the flags. Give everybody 5 fucking minutes. If you gave everybody 5 minutes and they had to get it all done in 5 minutes without the flags, I feel like we'd get farther.
This is why I think people need to journal.
Dude.
This is why I was talking about like doing that YouTube thing, because I write whenever I have like a real thought that I really want to think about, I write a rant.
Yeah.
And then like I try to organize the rant.
Yeah, dude.
And then like at the end of the rant, if it's like 10 pages long, I've formed so many like well thought out sentences about it that if I ever have to talk to someone about that, I already have. I guess some people think that like, wow, he's got some good one-liners or like something like that. And you're like, not really. I've just like workshopped my own thoughts.
Yeah.
And like, to a point that like, if someone were to ask me something and I might have.
No, he's played so many. I feel like you play so many scenarios in your head.
Yeah. And I don't know. That sounds somewhat.
No, not crazy.
Conceited.
No, but like you have like scenarios in your head so that you know how to answer. I think you think about that.
Yeah, well, I just think too much. Probably.
Yeah, probably. How about get off of the internet and everybody just like get back into writing in a journal? Yeah. You can do it. I have a journal that I haven't written in months, but I will start writing in it. And also, when you're writing in your journals, be sure to add a little bit of current events so that like when the world ends and starts over and people find our journals, they know that like there was a war going on or something like that.
You're like, oh, there was some normal people and some crazy people. Yeah. I just feel like if you journal or if you try to write your thoughts down or just dwelling is very good on a thought. Like if half of these
dwelling can be unhealthy. Like if you have OCD though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But just sit with your thoughts, basically. Ruminate
with your own. Debate yourself or just, I don't know. I'm a truck driver, so I have a lot of time to just sit. Sometimes I have 4 or 5 hours of just pure silence. And like, it's like a time to like, I guess like defrag my thoughts and come up with, even if it's just stupid. It's just stupid.
All right. So what are your thoughts? What were your thoughts on this final recap, final answer? What are your thoughts on what we witnessed today? What are your final thoughts for this? My main thing was I really wanted to show you that girl just because of her neck, which I feel terrible about.
Yeah.
But she's also, I think it's justifiable because she's very, very arrogant and kind of rude. And then she also was unprepared, which I hate about that. I hate that about most of the fat acceptance community. It's like they just parrot, they just parrot what their echo chamber is like repeating back to them, and they don't have their own like individual thoughts like they do. It appears, in my opinion, that she did not have an individual thought.
I kind of liked the girl, Moaning Myrtle girl, mainly just because she seemed to have nuance to her argument. She had a lot of backstory didn't feel like she was parroting more than she was actually pulling thoughts from actual lived experiences.
Yeah, it felt like it felt less of a soapbox moment, and it felt more of like this gal actually did belong in the original body positive movement, which was like accepting your body for whatever, not just like, I feel like fat acceptance just like took over body positivity and now it's stupid. Yeah, I agree. I liked her the best also.
I wonder if like you're told that you're going to be doing the Jubilee like a week prior. I wonder how many of these people are like fake debating in front of a mirror.
In the mirror, they're like
coming up with all these clips. They're like, dude.
No, honestly, because I feel like most of them are that's me. Sorry. I feel like most of them are not prepared. So I don't think that they are.
They're like, no, I got this. Actually.
Yeah, they're like, I know.
I'm going to own them.
Jillian Michaels, she's a dumbass, which no, she kind of like blows everybody out of the water.
Yeah, she talks fast.
Yeah,
I think she.
Yeah,
I think
that is.
She's nice.
I think I have been getting some comments. People are saying that she was redeemed in this because she's kind of like, first of all, she is a bitch, and she was a bitch on The Biggest Loser. But she was she's been very composed in this video.
Oh yeah, she's
not
herself
as insane.
very well.
Yeah,
especially when that girl was like being like, what? Yeah.
Oh,
really?
You want me to tell you what kind of person is obsessed with their body?
Oh, you stupid woman and your stupid thoughts.
Yeah.
Let me go
you
ahead
little,
and correct them
you
for you.
dumb exercise woman.
They're the thought police.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's not frozen on here, so we're good.
I'm sorry if I went off into tangents.
No, you didn't. We're good. Everybody, I think you've got important things to say, and I appreciate you. I don't know why it's frozen on there, but we're done anyway. So anyway, everybody, let us know what you think about this episode. What did you guys think of? Who was your favorite character? What are your opinions on the body positivity movement, and if whether or not it oversimplifies beading recorders? I personally do agree with that statement. And I've been saying a lot about gatekeeping, but I do think that, like, I don't know if I honestly don't even know if gatekeeping is the right word for this, but I do think that a lot of people are claiming these beading recorders, and I'm sorry if the camera is fucking up right now, but a lot of people are claiming beading recorders, and they actually don't have it, and they don't realize that makes things harder for people who are actually looking for help and actually needing help.
All right,
but anyway,
bye,
guys, let us know in the comments what should we leave for an emoji.
An emoji?
Yeah.
I like the water gun. It's my favorite every time I'm on. Put
Okay.
the water guns
all right.
in the
Leave
chat.
it if
Put the gats down.
Put the gats down in the
Yeah.
comments. Leave a water gun in the comments, you guys, and have a wonderful week. And don't forget to wish me happy birthday.
Love you.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
That's the day I knew you were my pet. I wanna tell you that I love you.